Okay, so I wanted to talk about an issue that's been plaguing the space engineers community for a decent amount of time, and that issue is downvote bombers on the Steam Workshop. Now, I think it's pretty obvious that this isn't specific to just space engineers. However, in space engineers, it's a bit different because the downvote bombers are doing this more in protest than just a way to cause chaos and mayhem. So if you don't upload to the workshop, you probably won't care about this much. But the way Steam Workshop works is based on the number of upvotes you get, not the number of people who have subscribed to your creation, or the number of visitors you get, or the number of followers you have. It's simply how many upvotes and how many downvotes. And upvotes on Steam move you up a decent amount, but downvotes move you down a lot. So getting two downvotes on your creation is a lot worse than just not having two upvotes. You'll be set back incredibly far, and it won't be good at all for the life of your creation that you put on the workshop. One. The main reason these downvote bombers exist is to fight apparently inequality on the workshop. And I know I sound very lib-right when I say that, but I do believe that the workshop is unequal, but fixing it their way is not the right way. What the downvote bombers try to do is downvote anyone who builds ships decently, or ships that reach the front page of the workshop. Basically, big creators and medium-sized creators that reach the workshop. However, the main issue with it is that it kind of goes against their own cause, because they want the workshop to be more equal, have more diversity, and not just be dominated by single creators with thousands of followers. You'll notice that on the first page there is a lot of calendar items right now. That's because Omega's pumping them out one a day, and they're going crazy. But they're also flooding the workshop. And while that might not be fun for some people, downvoting them won't really get you anywhere, because people like Omega, the people they're trying to protest against, have massive following counts and get enough upvotes that even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 downvotes won't have a massive impact on the state of their ship on the workshop at all. However, for smaller people who make stuff and put it on the workshop, such as Avalbion, Severs, me, Liquid Ghost, Arbiter, those 5 downvotes can really mean a lot, especially if you're about to get on front page and then a guy with a bunch of his friends just bombs you for no reason other than he doesn't like the people with all the followers. So, it's inevitable. Your workshop creations are going to get downvote bombed someday or another. This summer, a downvote bomber with a couple of his friends was managed to be caught and banned from the workshop, which helped reduce the overall amount of downvoting that was going on. Obviously, people learn now that if you downvote bomb, there's a high likelihood you'll just straight up be banned. But since then, that's kind of eased off, and people have gone back to it. However, there is a second reason why people are downvote bombing. They don't like the inequality on the workshop, and they believe that maybe just having a random workshop page might work. The only reason I'm bringing that up is because that strategy is great if you build ships that won't get on the workshop page at all, have no chance. Like if you tried to build ships for a while and they all just crash and burned and they don't get on, then a random page works great. The problem is most ships that do that are ships that, no offense, just flat out suck. Which means that the fact you're not getting on the front page, or even getting anywhere close to it, is an issue of skill, and no amount of downvoting is going to be able to deal with that. Furthermore, if you had a randomized front page, while people you might not know, or new budding creators that actually build decent ships might get on there, it's a lot more likely that people will simply spam re-upload their creations until they have 5 of basically the same creation, and have a much higher likelihood of it getting picked. Then the workshop is just going to fall into chaos, and it's going to be terrible. As such, that is a terrible idea. So, what can you take away from this? Downvote bombers, they really aren't fun to get in the way of, but if you get downvote bombed, that just happened. You can fight against it, for a while this spring when the Downvote bomber that got banned was going around and bombing people, I just flat out refrained from uploading, and I have a decent amount of blueprints around that I would like to upload at some point. Another thing you can do, upload to Mod.io. Mod.io doesn't really have a front page, and your work is likely to be stolen by some Xbox kid who will re-upload it within the first 5 minutes of you publishing it. But aside from that, and the user agreement, which is chunky, Mod.io is pretty good. In the end, the entire point of building space engineer ships isn't to put them on the workshop, or to put them, or to blow up other people's ships with them. It's so you can get better at building spaceships. And that's really all you should desire. Yeah, this is a slightly scuffed video in my opinion, but it is what it is. Enjoy your day. Bye.